What's up, guys? We're back for another video with Manny from Dream Jewelers. Thank you for being a part of the pod.
You already know, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
It's crazy, man. It's, you know, I used to always want to be up in here buying jewelry and everything, and being here next to you, bro, is really dope. So
that's what's up, man. I see
really
you shining already, man. You shining all this shit. It looks like you've been in here already. You've been a couple times, man.
Yeah, man. What kind of what do you got on right now?
So right here, this is a Cartier 40mm buzz down. Of course, we always got these for sale and everything. I see you with the rolling. Cartier is super popular for us too.
36mm. What's the size on that? Because that thing's bigger than mine.
It's the 40mm. So this is a large. A lot of people jumping out to the bigger sizes now. 36 is still cool, but a lot of people, they jump at 40. So
I like the size on this one, but that one really just screams out at you.
It's a little bit more louder, a little bit more heavier. People, a little bit, you know, they fucking with the 40s now.
Hell yeah, shit. That has to be my next one. So for someone like starting off, like, what do you recommend, or what's like the watch, like the go-to watch for a starter?
So a lot of people, they hear Rolex and man, they scared, you know what I mean? They think 20, 30 G's. No, it's not even like that whole time, you know what I mean? They really start off like at 36mm, something similar to yours. Something like this can go like 6, 7, 8 G's, you know what I mean? If you don't go fully buzzed down,
for
you know
sure.
what I mean?
So the buzz down is when you got all the diamonds on it. You're just talking how much more than the regular.
So right here we got the fully buzzed down, which a lot of people be talking about they lose their value and all this and that, you know what I mean? You pay for what you want, you know what I mean? You pay for what you want. The fully buzzed down, you want to be loud, you want to be popping, you know what I mean? Crazy. You want your shit to hit from across the club, you know what I mean? So that's the difference between right here. Now buzz downs, you know, you got to be over 10 G's easily, you know, over 10 G's. But you know what I mean? There's different options to this. Two-tone stainless steels. There's different.
Now, which one do you like personally? Do you like the buzz down or the plain Jane? Like, when you're going to the club, like, what are you rocking?
That's hard, man. That's hard the whole time sometimes.
Because I know some people like to rock the iced out because they at the club, they want to pop. But some people just, they love the plain Jane. They respect that shit. So
exactly, man. It's a tough
There's something powerful behind it just being plain Jane. That just, you know, it's like a statement.
I feel like either you a buzz down person or you a plain Jane person. You know, it's hard to choose, but I'd probably go, I'm loud, man. I'm loud. Fuck it. I gotta go buzz down. I know it's loud as fuck.
That's how I
see you. Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like it's just kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know. It depends on who you are. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, you ain't shine when you was young. You know what I mean? So now that we got it, it's like, fuck, why am I not gonna shine now? You know what I mean? It's like, you gotta do it once in a lifetime too. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's how I feel about mine. Like, it was just once in a lifetime. I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Fuck, let's get out of the way.
You work hard for this shit, man. You work hard for this shit, man. Might as well, you know, have that. It's a different feeling. I be telling people, especially that first feeling when you get that first Rolex, man. That shit changes your life. It changes your life whole time, man. I hooked up some of your boys whole time too. You know what I mean? And I see it in people's faces too. You know what I mean? They throw it on the wrist.
I mean, even when we got my mom when she started, you know what I'm saying? I got a rolling on you.
I feel like in real life, dude, it changes your life the whole time.
It changes it for the good. I feel like if you're trying to get a rollie out there, whether it's bust down or not bust down, like, just do it. Take the long shot. Go get it, because it's gonna change your demeanor on life. It's gonna really just make you be just focused and really center yourself. You know.
It's motivation. That's why I be telling people it's motivation. Like when I tell people, if you was making 50K that year and you got a Rolex, now like you gotta switch it up now. You gotta be making 100. Bro, look down at your wrist. You're not the same person. It's not the same time. You know, this Rolex don't tell the same time it did last year.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? This motherfucker, it's hitting a little bit too hard. Motivation to like, hey, you know, I gotta move a little bit different. You know what I mean? When I look down at this and I'm pulling up to grind, it's a different time.
Especially when you're driving. That's the first thing you're looking at.
To me, that's something big.
Because every time I'm driving, I see it, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta keep going. You know, there ain't no stopping here, or else, you know.
It's just like that too, man. You look down and it's like, man, I gotta get it. I gotta get it because I got it. You know, I gotta get it because I got it. It makes sense, man. Definitely, I fuck with that.
Hell yeah. Now for the shop, like, how long have you guys been here?
So it's been
I've heard about you guys being here for the longest, but I've never actually been here until like this year.
You know what's crazy? It looks fancy, it looks nice, and you see all this shit shining and everything. We actually started off as a repair shop, man. It was a repair shop.
Really?
Yeah, it was just, we was fixing, actually my big brother actually, He was back here. He was fixing chains. You know, he learned. We all come from a background of jewelry, but just straight salesman. I'm actually from Forest City. I started off right there. You know, the little kiosks where people be saying we got fake diamonds and shit, talking shit.
Yeah.
I used to hate that shit, but we'll talk about that later. It started off as a repair spot, man. And they, you know, a very small business, super small. It was only half of this, man. And he was back there whipping up chains, boom, boom. And people were like, hey, you know, instead of fixing my chain, you don't got a new chain? I'll buy a new chain. And he's like, what the fuck? Yeah, you know, I'll get you a new chain. Yeah. You know, instead of charging $25 for this repair, I can sell you a chain for $150.
Exactly, that's a
lot
easier.
Which is really not, you know, a lot. You know, a lot of people think the jewelry shit is like crazy expensive. Now there definitely is. But if I can get you a chain for $150, you know what I mean? He saw that and it's like, damn, wait, hold on. All right, cool. And then same thing with the batteries, you know. Oh, I'll do the battery. Hey, you can't get me no watch? Get you a new watch. All right, let's get you a new watch. And that's really how it started the whole time. You sold one watch, about 2 watches, sold 2 watches, you know what I mean? Just like any other flip, man. Any other flip, but you know, it really started off super, super rough, you know, super rough, but it wasn't really meant to be this big. How
long of that did it take until you guys got here officially?
So,
because it didn't always look like this,
no, man, you know what's crazy? It's been just a little bit over a year since we remodeled, but before that, it was still kind of rough, man. Really? It was still rough, and it's been about 6 years now. About 6 years.
The remodel just changed the business?
The remodeling is kind of what really did it. Because once we remodeled, you know, people felt more comfortable. You know what I mean? You're spending a good amount of money.
Right.
You want to feel like, you know what I mean, the environment is worth it. It's kind of like a dealership. You know what I mean? When they, you know, bring you out of the water and it's like, all right, you know, I feel comfortable, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really what helped us, you know what I mean? We're real nice, friendly ass people too, you know? A lot of these jewelers, I used to hate that. When I grew up, I used to be scared to go into a jewelry store. I don't know if you felt that way, but
100%, yes.
It's like, I know a lot of us Latinos too, you know what I mean? We grow up, you know what I mean, not with the most wealth, you know what I mean? So we grow up, shit, I didn't grow up with no chains or nothing like that. So I go in there, and I feel like these jewelers would look at me and they'd be like, what the fuck, fucking kid, get out of here, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know? Or tell me a price and they wouldn't even pay attention to me.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's the difference between us, you know what I mean? Like, man, whether you're spending $100 or $100K, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pay attention to you. You know what I mean?
That's the one thing I noticed when I came in. You know, you guys and the whole Dream Jewelers team made me feel at home. So like, you know, I was like, you know what? I want to spend my money here. Why would I spend it anywhere else? You know?
I think that's what got us really far too. You know, we built a relationship. I have customers that have been over 5 years. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And they tell me, man, you know, I have customers from Atlanta, from Cali, from Florida that they still, when they come here, they be like, man, I was gonna buy something over there, but I was like, no, I'm gonna take out a trip. And I'm gonna go and see
now,
Manny.
Do they fly in person and buy, or do you ship it? Do they trust you with the shipping, or?
Sometimes I do ship, but I always prefer when they come in. You know what I mean? I like seeing my people, and I like showing them. You know, sometimes these funny ass jewelers, man, they'll zoom in on these pictures. They'll zoom in. Yeah. You be thinking you got a 41, whole time you got the 31 or something. You know what I mean?
The girls watch.
The girls version. They zoom in so much, you know. So I always prefer you come in. Plus, we love to see our customers too. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Super nice to see people, especially our old customers. Really nice to keep that connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, do you guys get like celebrities in here, like coming in, buying their watches?
So we definitely have, man. We get a couple rappers, a couple celebrities. Cowboy was really who really popped us off whole time. You know what I mean? He had that whole Envy Me.
Yeah.
147 right from Sibley. You already know he was in. So that was super nice. You know, I got to meet him whole time. He did a lot of business with my brother. Yeah. We did a lot of business for him. You know, hopefully everything's good for him, man. Right. It looks amazing whole time, man. But yeah, every now and then, you know, we get these little celebrities, rappers. You know what I mean? But you know, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean? Depending, you know. What are like
your bad encounters that you've had with rappers or even anyone in general? Celebrities, really.
So I love, you know, when I first got into the jewelry game, I used to, you know, the rappers, you know, I see the chains and this. Yeah. You start finding out a lot of them wear fake jewelry, man. They wear fake jewelry low key, you know what I mean? I believe it. They wear fake jewelry and it's like, you know, it's kind of, I think it's messed up because they be making people feel like they gotta buy the real jewelry while they wearing the fake jewelry. I'm like, why you know, whatever. That ain't none of my business. You buy what you want to buy. That's fine.
That's beyond you.
But I feel like, you know what I mean, I don't mind working, negotiating prices, things like that. Probably one of our biggest customers, we made this piece for Scott Disick, man. Scott Disick, from the Kardashians, you know what I mean? And we worked out numbers and this and that, made them a beautiful piece. I don't know, things fell off, whatever, you know what I mean? It is what it is, you know what I mean? But we welcome any new celebrities, but sometimes, you know, we like to help the people from here too, you know what I mean? The neighborhood.
Right, of course.
You know, that's really, you know what I mean? We help everybody out, you know what I mean? But
now, what didn't go through? Like, did he just not want to pay? Did he did he just want to promote you guys, or what was like the issue between
it's
that?
not even just him. A lot of the times, you know, celebrities they want promo, or they want promo as payment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. You know what I mean? But you know,
I've seen like the Tracks NYC. You know, he's
man,
going
Tracks
off
NYC went crazy on him, man. He went crazy. You
should be posting videos like that, so you know,
and I definitely,
so they don't take advantage of you guys, because that's not fair to you guys as a business, also, you know.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, it's definitely, you know, everything with a learning experience, of course, you know what I mean. But it was a nice opportunity to work with somebody that big, anyways.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
what I mean. It's amazing, but yeah, no.
Now,
man.
what did he want? Did he want like a custom piece, like?
Oh yeah, we made him
a
a custom piece, custom SD piece. It was beautiful too. It was amazing. You know what I mean? We see it as an opportunity to showcase our work. You know what I mean? Yeah. Regardless of what happens afterwards, you know, it is what it is.
Now, if I wanted to get a custom piece right now, it said Adri on it. Like how does that? How long is the turnaround on that? Is it quick? Is it expensive, inexpensive, or how's like the easiest way I could possibly get one? So
with the customs, honestly, you know, a lot of people think there's a set price. It really comes down to what you want to spend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to make it happen for $500, I'll make it happen for $450. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll make it happen.
It's a true hustler, right?
You get what you pay for, of course. You know what I mean? You always get what you pay for. I always recommend people come in. I'll show you some examples right behind me. I got a bunch of examples too. You got examples of the VS, VVS, SI clarity, you know what I mean? Different golds, white gold,
what's the difference
yellow
between that? What's like the highest? What's the like top?
So the highest is flawless, which a lot of people claim to have. Whatever, you say what you want, that's fine. Now the difference, you know, a lot of people, they think they can see the difference. You really, not with the naked eye, man. You do need a microscope in order to tell the difference. You know, sometimes you can see the color, maybe the color, I do give them that. But we like to work with a lot of VS, VVS, you know what I mean? That's probably some of the cleanest diamonds you will ever get. Everybody with the flawless, this and that, whatever. We ain't hearing that. You know, there's a lot of cappers out there.
What's moissanite? What is that, like a true diamond, or is that seen as less, or how does that work?
It's definitely seen as less. It's seen as less. You know
I see it all over. You know, come get your rollies at $5,000. Yeah, come get your rollie for $4,000, or your AP for $5,000.
Buzz down 5Gs.
It's like hard to flex your own shit when people are talking down the regular shit.
Exactly.
Like, go get your moissanite and it looks just like this. I don't get it.
It really, you know, sometimes it does. I feel like the moissanite, you know what I mean? Moissanite, the lab diamond. Now, the lab diamonds are a little bit better, of course, but the jewelry game right now it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot. It wasn't like back then, you know, either it's a real diamond or it's not. Boom, that's it, you know.
Exactly.
Now you got things that pass the diamond test. You see, we got
that's what I'm saying. Moissanite passes the diamond tester, doesn't it?
Certain diamond testers. Certain diamond testers, it will. You know
the one where they sell it to you, that's where it works.
Oh, the one, yeah, they gonna use that one. Yeah. They definitely gonna pull up with that one. Yeah, but I feel like, you know what I mean, sometimes if it's too good to be true, it most likely is. You know, it's that simple. You know what I mean? 5 Gs for a buzz down. Come on. You should know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really that simple the whole time. A lot of people, they think they coming up, and then 2-3 years later, they find out, and then the business is out of business, you know what I mean? They stuck with a fake watch, you know?
Yeah, and the thing about nowadays, it's so confusing. Like, you don't know which one is actually real or fake. So people are just, you don't trust the moissanite one because it passes the diamond tester, and they're like, yeah, I'm iced out, like it's over with.
And then it's a lot of the time the jewelers, man. The jewelers, they don't care. They just, you got money? Come on, let me get it. Boom, done. You know, and it's like, that's why I feel like we've made it so far the whole time. Because I'll sit down here.
Especially you guys. Dream Jewelers has always had that rep for legit diamonds. It's always been that way. I've always wanted to shop here since I was younger. Like, yo, this is the spot I want to spend my money at. And, you know, anywhere else I'm on Instagram scrolling and I'll see moissanite or even other stuff that's claiming to be real. And I'm like, when I get my money right, I'm going to spend it at Dream Jewelers.
Yeah, man. That's really, we worked hard on that, man. We worked hard on just, you know what I mean, just
that's why I think this podcast is important, because we get to meet, you know, the people that are behind it, you know, in this case being you,
Yeah, you know, like I remember when I first met you, man. Before before any money transaction or anything, man, we was talking for like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Bro, that's fine. If you coming in here to spend or you coming in here to chill, hey, let's talk. You know what I mean? You looking for this? I'll tell you what I know. You tell me what you're looking for, you know, and it is what it is. And that's all it, you know what I mean? These jewelers, they quick. They see you a little bread. Come on, let's get it. You know, they see you pull up in the I-8. Oh, man, the salesman running to you. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, what's up, man? Nice car. Well, you know what I mean? You know, and it ain't got to be like that where these people so quick to grab your money, 100%. You know? It's not about that, man.
Now to purchase, you can finance, right? And what's like the easiest way to finance to get your first rollie or to get that 15K watch or chain or whatever it is?
So when people hear finance, a lot of people, they be talking, no, I got cash, you know what I mean? Cash is king. Nowadays, that's not the situation anymore the whole time. You know, once you spend that cash, it's over with. It's done. You know what I mean? It almost vanished. You know, that's how I kind of see it. But with the financing, I feel like it gives you an opportunity, man. So we do have financing. I got 2-3 different companies the whole time that you get financed. Super sweet, because you get to pay it off in a couple months, you know what I mean? So let's say you're making a purchase of 3-4 G's, man, that hurts your pockets a little bit, you know? Hurts your pockets a little bit, but if you break that down 2-3 months, you know what I mean? It's a lot sweeter, you know what I mean? The application takes like 5 minutes. They approve you up to 5 G's. That's 3 different companies.
What's it called?
So my best company right now that we work with is Snap Finance. Snap Finance is super sweet for us, man. They get approvals, I would say, averaging like 3-4 G's, you know what I mean? Depending on how your bank account's set up, the application takes like 3-4 minutes, man. Super quick, and it's only $79 down today. Like I just had a customer today. He wasn't even gonna buy nothing. He came in here for a repair. But his birthday's in 2 weeks. He came in here, saw a chain, and he's like, man, but I ain't got it like that, you know, this and that. I told him, man, well, if you got a bank account, you got a steady income, you can get the chain for your birthday, pay it off after your birthday once you get your bills paid off, and then, man, it's just so sweet.
If that's the case, then shit, I might buy something right now.
We'll talk after. We'll get some series, man. We'll make something happen, man. Yeah, we can definitely do that.
That's dope, man. No, that's awesome. I think you guys got something really special going on here, and you guys are working on a second location, aren't you?
Man, we're gonna be downtown, man. So a lot of people, when we open up this location, you know, it was just supposed to be a repair shop, but whatever. It started popping off so much. Our name got so much clout. You know, we all over Instagram. Instagram's super popping for us, and we thought it was the best decision. We had a beautiful opportunity downtown, right on Wabash, man. Right on Wabash. Everybody knows Wabash. Everybody's out there, you know. So we're going to be right on Wabash, you know what I mean? We aiming just straight, you know, for the celebrities, for everybody. We're like, man, come on. All right, we're going to get everybody now, you know what I mean? We're taking on the whole city. We plan on taking over the whole city, man. With the jewelry game, you know what I mean? Whether you're in the south, you're in the north, you're going to be able to reach us, you know what I mean? It's a lot better when you can pull up in the store, you know what I mean? When you see it, you know, it's different from Instagram, though. You know, these diamonds hit a little bit different when you see them, you know, person to person, so...
What's the time lapse on that? Like, are you guys opening up anytime soon? Or
hopefully, man, it's tough, man, because we're remodeling the whole thing. We're trying to, you know, replicate it as best. So when you walk in the dream,
you really can't put a time on it, because even like with my restaurant, I've been telling people we're gonna expand for.
Man,
it's been a month. Like next month, we'll do next month. We'll do next month, and now it's been like 3-4 months now. We haven't even opened the expansion yet.
And I bet you could have been opening, but sometimes it's like you won't put your time into it. You know what I mean? That's like, you know, whatever. It might take a couple months, but this thing's gonna be there for years.
Exactly.
For years, so it's worth it. We got to make sure this thing is tip-top shape, you know what I mean, to compete with all these other jewelers.
Now, for you guys to open up the second location, do you guys have to replicate the amount of diamonds in here? Like, is there a certain amount of chains you guys need, a certain amount of watches for open up, or do you guys just kind of like wing it, or how does that work?
So we're trying to keep different style inventory, you know what I mean? So we're gonna have, you know what I mean, a little bit, you know, a couple buzz downs over here, maybe some plain Janes over there, something plain without the diamonds. That way I have options. Let's say you're downtown, but you want a buzz down, give me 20 minutes, I'll get you a buzz down right now, you know what I mean? Super sweet. That way you get a little bit, you know, options, but we're trying to have a wide variety of everything, you know, Cuban links. Right now I'm super low on my tennis, but we're definitely gonna, you know, restock on the tennis. Just give you some options, you know.
The tennis has to be the most like popular one you're selling, right?
It's actually the Cubans, man. The Cubans, see, I know you got one on right there, you know what I mean? I got one on. The Cubans are always, you know, the rappers, everybody's wearing a Cuban, you know. Super, you know what I mean? Just heavyweight, all that, you know.
What's the price on a Cuban? Kind of like this one right here.
So a Cuban, something like that, roughly anywhere from 25,000, maybe 30 G's, depending on the quality, on the weight. You know what I mean? I know there's some jewelers that sell them for 10, but then you feel them and they paper thin. You know what I mean? You
or
get
they're
moissanite. Yeah, or they're moissanite, man. The game is so messed up. You know what I mean? But you know, a little bit, I can get you anything from 3 G's.
Now the one you got wearing right now is silver.
So
this one's rose gold.
This is actually white gold. A lot of people think it's silver, you know what I mean?
White gold.
But there is a lot of silver out there. The white gold, we got the rose gold, and then of course the classic yellow. I got some yellow ones behind you too.
Which one's your favorite, personally?
I feel though,
because I like this one. This rose gold is sick.
The rose gold pops, man. The rose gold pops crazy. Now the white is super clean with a black tee, but I feel like the classic yellow, you can't. You know, we always wanted it. We see the yellow and it attracts our eyes. It's like you know it's gold. You know it's gold. Nothing else but gold. You gotta go with the gold the whole time. You know, that'd probably be my preference. Every day I gotta go gold.
Now out of a Rolex, Cartier, or AP, which one's your favorite?
You know, I used to love the AP. I've never had an AP. I used to love the AP, man, but the watch market was crazy, this and that.
Now you can get an AP for like cheapest, like what, 35?
You can probably get some for like 20 whole time, you know what I mean? Maybe even less, depending on the size, you know what I mean? Of course, you don't want a women's, of course. But I would probably say Rolex, man. Rolex, if you got a Rolex, it's just known. Like it's just so worldwide, you know, worldwide. It don't matter who you're talking to. You tell them Rolex and they say, yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard, you know, some people don't know AP or Cartier.
Well, when I was looking for my first watch, like, I didn't know what Cartier was. I didn't know what AP was. I was like, I just got to get a Rolex. Iced out diamonds. Diamonds, Rolex. That's all I wanted. That's all I cared about. Straight to it. I didn't look around or anything. So it was just straight to it.
I feel like, you know, that's really, you know what I mean? We grew up and we want the best. You know, we want the best. And I feel like Rolex is there, man. This been there since before we were born, man. This been popping, you know. It's been popping. You can't go wrong, man.
Now, you feel like the diamonds have been more popular within these past years, or have they always been, you know, pretty popular? Because I know my dad would say plain Jane all day. Like, I don't like any of that diamond stuff. I don't know why you got a diamond, you know what I mean, full out diamonds. So he's just such a plain Jane kind of fan, you know what I mean? So I feel like, do you think like the newer generation has popularized the diamonds on the Rolex? Or on any watch?
I mean, I don't even think it's the new generation. It's just the technology and everything we have, you know what I mean? So they don't have these settings. They wasn't even doing them a couple years ago, you know what I mean? They used to do a regular, simple setting. Diamonds were bogus, you know what I mean? And people didn't know VVS, you know? So they started doing them a little bit better and people started noticing, wow, that hits so crazy that maybe 10 years ago, there was nothing hitting like that before, you know?
Yeah.
So they started switching up the settings and everything. I think that's really what did it. Plus the new generation just loves to shine, you know what I mean? They loves to shine.
I think it's really what's pushed down on people on the internet, you know? You want to be iced out, that's it. You know,
rappers and everything.
Plain Jane, I feel like is seen as less than diamonds, which isn't actually right, because there's some Rolexes that are like plain Jane that are way more expensive than the iced out ones.
Yeah, like a presidential, simple.
There's an olive one, like that green one that just came out.
The like rose gold. There's a rose gold with the green dial, beautiful, man. It's just, you know, it's a different market for different people, you know what I mean?
So if someone wants to find you guys on Instagram to like find your merchandise and see what you guys got in store, like what's your guys' Instagram?
So the Instagram's at Dream Jewelers. Very simple. Pull up. It's a white tag. Looks just like our logo right there. Instagram, man, at least I want to say like 2-3 sales every day, man.
Really?
Every day we pick, you know, we gonna hook somebody up. Instagram is super huge for us, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, we probably wouldn't even be here without Instagram, man. A lot of people, they be like, man, this is my first time here, this and that, you know what I mean? So we try to at least hook people up. 2-3 sales every day. During the holidays, we get crazy, man.
Are you guys on TikTok?
TikTok, we started on TikTok. I know I should be on TikTok. I definitely should be on TikTok. It's
I feel that though, because that's what I do with Oasis, the restaurant. It's just Instagram. Instagram is way easier to
Instagram's so
use.
Popping too, and it's so popping too. You know,
but TikTok's very popping.
Man,
also,
you get so many views too. You know what I mean? Now the only thing is with the Instagram, there's so many messages every day. You know, it's hard. I feel like I need an assistant almost. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I got to get to that. But definitely TikTok's coming up. We got a Snapchat too, you know, Snapchat, but that's not as big as, you know,
right, but
TikTok
Instagram's like the #1 way to contact you guys, to where you guys get your most views, popularity, and everything.
Everything on there, man. Honestly, you know what I mean? Right now we have like over 40K followers. You know, for a small location like this, I think it's pretty lit. You know what I mean? It's pretty popping. Have a lot of people hit us up right there. Even if you don't see it on our stories, you can, you know, message us. Hey, man, I'm looking for a Cuban. I was just helping somebody right now. They were looking for a small little art like this big. I got you. I'm gonna make it happen. You know, no matter how big, how small, you hit me up, I'll make it happen. If I don't have it here, I'll make it happen, you know? So that's why, you know, some people, you know, so I talk to them for days, you know, before they even pull up, you know what I mean? And it makes them feel better, you know what I mean? A lot of these jewelers, they'll leave you unseen. If they don't see money, they like, bro, I'm not talking, you know what I mean?
It's a waste
like,
of time.
I'll send you a design, whatever. I don't mind doing that for you. Right. You know what I mean? Some people want, you know, they want to see something before they, you know, they're a little bit intimidated. You know what I mean? It's not intimidating.
I mean,
cool
it's not a small purchase, you know. To some people, even $5,000's a lot.
Exactly.
$8,000 if they don't know about the Snap Finance, whatever it is, it's a lot of fucking money. So, you know, whenever you make them feel welcomed and you're willing to like talk to them and, you know, kind of like see what they're thinking, it makes it a lot easier. It makes it a lot more favorable, and they really appreciate you for that.
And that's why they come back too, man. They tell their family members, they be like, man, because, you know, it's hard to find a jeweler that you can trust and that you're comfortable with. You know what I mean? That they ain't trying to get you. You know what I mean? You go tell your dad, hey, dad, I found a good jeweler. Your dad's going to be like, no, this and that. Yeah. No, he's actually cool. And then he meets us. He's like, you know what? All right, cool. You know what I mean? And it turns into a lifetime relationship. All the time I made a customer. And then now they're bringing their sister, they're bringing their brother-in-law, and it's like crazy. That's
you know? That's what being a good businessman is.
That's all it is.
You just spread positivity, put it out there, respect everyone that's coming in here that maybe they're not necessarily just buyers. They just want to come check it out. You got to respect them also. You know, that's going to go farther because when they buy, everyone's going to buy.
Man, and that's exactly, you know, when I first, you know, started working here the whole time, well, actually, you know, I started with Fort City. But when I first started with the jewelry the whole time, I used to think, you know, I used to hate jewelry stores. I used to hate them because they would look at me and I didn't like that. And then,
before I had my Rollie, I would go in there intimidated as fuck.
So
now I go in because like I got mine on. You know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like
it's like a dealership.
I could have been spent money before, but I was too intimidated. Now I had to overly do my amount that I was gonna spend.
Right.
When I could have been spending a decent amount, and that's why I felt like, you know, I'm gonna do that for the little shorty, for the 14-year-old that, you know, scared to go into, bro, whatever. You want to come and look at it? I got you. You know what I mean?
Especially sometimes when you go and spend $5,000 to $8,000 at a jewelry store. Sometimes to them it's still light money. So they still, okay, cool, congrats, see ya. You know what I'm saying? But here is different. I feel like you guys actually, you know, every dollar that's spent here is, you know, you really appreciate it and respect the customer.
And I feel like our customers really like that whole time. Like we like to get videos of people too. You know what I mean?
You guys are big on Instagram.
You know, so I'm working on something big right now. One of my guys, my girl customer, she's doing a little surprise for my guy or whatever. You know, he's getting out of jail or whatever. You know, so she hooked him up, man. She hooked him up super nice. I'm gonna work something nice out for him, you know what I mean? Something different. Because these jewelers, they don't, you know, sometimes they don't appreciate you, man. I really appreciate the business that we did. So I'm gonna do something a little bit extra for them, you know. We're gonna get a nice little video, this and that. And sometimes, you know, just appreciation like that, you know, because these jewelers, they take your money. They take your money, man, I wanna, you know, I wanna see your reaction. I wanna see my guy's reaction when he put on that chain, that feeling, you know what I mean, this and that.
I'm sure that's special to you too,
and
you know?
Man, it's dope for me to, you know what I mean, to be able to, you know, a lot of people, they see this materialistic, you know, it's more than that, man. It's, you know, it's about that feeling you get from this jewelry. Sometimes, man, that feeling, man, it's just, I'm not saying that, you know, you should only get this from material things, but that feeling that sometimes you get from jewelry, that you walk a little bit different, you stand up a little bit straighter. And I feel like me helping people, you know, feel better about themselves, because you real life do feel better, man. Because when I wear my chain, when I go to a club and I wear my chain, I'm like, man, I don't want to be here, you know, whatever, you know. So I get to, you know what I mean, it's more than just material things, you know. I get to help people feel better, you know. You feel better when you wear this, you know. It's something about them, you know. It's almost like the diamonds do got power, man. It's the confidence with the diamonds that, you know, so that's dope that I get to, you know what I mean, I see people, they feel better when they wear the jewelry. I see them on Instagram, you know, we post up a lot of videos of our customers, you know, we see them a lot, they tag us. When I see somebody that just bought a watch and they turn it up on the bow and they love it, that makes me feel like, you know, all right, cool, you know what I mean, like, yeah. spend a decent amount, but I know he's feeling good about himself. He works hard for that, you know, just like, you know, we were just talking before this whole time. You know, you work hard for this, you know what I mean? And it's like, you want to feel at least good. Yeah, it was a lot of money, but you feel good, man. Sometimes that's more important than anything, man. It's feeling good shit. You can't put a price on that, man.
Can't put a price on that. If you're watching this right now, go get your first rollie. Bust down or not bust down, whatever it is, go get your first rollie because it's going to make you move different. It's going to make you confident. It's going to make you everything you want to be. So go get your first fucking rollie.
Hell yeah, man.
And get it at Dream Jewelers.
I'll find some for you, man.
What is it? Dream Jewelers on Instagram, just flat out.
Dream Jewelers has our, you know, our address, has our store hours, and then soon enough you'll see our location
now, what
downtown.
is this? This is Sibley, Illinois?
This is Sibley, yup. E-Way's right here, like 5 minutes, man. Just
and
get
the
on
new
the
one's
highway.
gonna be in downtown.
Wabash. On Wabash, Chicago downtown, man. We're gonna be downtown, and we're gonna be in the south. We're gonna be everywhere, man. We're taking over the city, honestly.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. That's another episode for you guys. We got Manny from Dream Jewelers. I appreciate you for being on the podcast.
You already know, man.
Thank you guys for your good service. You know,
I got a diamond test you before we end this, man. I got, you know, 'cause if not, no, hold on. This is gonna take me a minute. Hold on. These batteries take a minute.
Oh, you could be in blonde one.
this is BTS.
BTS and BTS.
This is 41 millimeter. This is 36.
Yeah, maybe get some shots of the
This is
jewelry.
36. 41. What's this? This is for the girls, for the ladies?
26.
26 millimeter. What about this watch box, man? Come on now. This is what, 8,000?
8 G's, Louis
This shit's
Vuitton,
fucking
man.
badass.
Louis Vuitton. So that's more than some of these watches out here.
Fucking dope. Zoom in on the Cuban. How many, what is this?
That is a prong set rose gold, 180 grams on that one.
Sheesh. You got my 36 millimeter Rolex. Datejust.
You know, what you got? The star? You got the. What you got? The.
Got the big
star
boy
and the
star right
Cartier.
here.
Ooh, and right there with the
And
Cartier.
the Cartier right here, fully bust. Let's see what's up. Let's see what he on, man. Oh shit. Okay.